Political dynasties rule in many parts of the country. Why do voters elect them to office? Are they the only choices left for our people to serve them? Many decent Filipinos believe it's time to change. Consider other options. There are many deserving Filipinos without money, but with the credentials and commitment to serve the country. Joining us tonight is Mr. Ting San Diego, the chairman of MAD, the Movement Against Dynasties, to give us insights on their crusade. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Robert.
Sir, could you just give us a brief background of what MAD is and why are you pursuing this crusade against dynasties?
Well, MAD is a movement composed of purely volunteers. We are not a party, we're not affiliated with any political party. Neither are we, we're not apolitical, we're not non-sectarian also. And we were conceived November only, and we were born in December when we announced that we are going to get this advocacy going for the good of the country.
Sir, how do you define political dynasty?
Well, there are certain definitions. As a matter of fact, in the last 27 years, there were all kinds of definitions as filed with the Philippine Congress, and each definition is contained in a petition form. And all of these forms sadly were dismissed by the Supreme Court because it has a different, one group would have a different version or definition from the other group. Now we would like to announce that we are coming up now with a final draft of a petition which which we would like the public to consider as the only one which will contain the description or the definition of a dynasty. We gathered the definition of a dynasty from the family code itself.
Sir, as you said, some people have different definitions, there's different schools of thoughts. And there are some that say, what's wrong with one family having several of its relatives being elected, especially if their constituents believe they are serving them very well?
Well, that has always been the argument of members of a dynasty. But the Constitution does not make or define any difference. As far as Section 26, Article 2 of the Philippine Constitution, it does not distinguish which is the bad dynasty or which is a good dynasty. The fact that it is included in the Article 26 of the Philippine Constitution, it states clearly that dynasties are not good for the people.
Sir, but many will say, those who are even who are running and part of what people say is political dynasties would go back to the Constitution and say that it's their inherent right to serve the country. Will that somehow derail this?
No, it will not, because it is very explicit in the statement in the Constitution. It states that the state shall guarantee the equal access to opportunities for public service and prohibit political dynasties. So it states there very clearly that it prohibits dynasties and that it will provide equal opportunities for public service.
Sir, moving on, can you tell us a little bit about your campaign, the signature campaign that you are doing right now?
Yes, in the 4 months that we have been going all around the country, we are organized nationwide. And we have the manpower to do it. And we are very thankful for the support of the CBCP, which declared that they are going to support any movement against dynasties. With that, we were able to gather so many signatures already, and we are going nationwide. As a matter of fact, in Baguio, we are going to have a formal launching of the signature campaign in the Cathedral of Baguio Sunday morning. And we are doing this all over the country, and we are going to go through until we are able to succeed to gather the 5.5 million signatures that is required by law.
So where are we right now with regards to the numbers? And if we do reach that 5 million mark, where will you submit this? And what's the process after that?
Well, we have no clear date as to how we are going or when we are going to gather the 5.5 million signatures. Right now, we have a rough figure of about 150,000 signatures gathered. Although this is ongoing, and people in places where we have been to and organized the signature campaign has been doing it relentlessly and on a daily basis. As we go from one province to the other, we leave behind the instructions and the explanations as to how we are going to do this in accordance with our advocacy of putting an end to political dynasties.
So right now, if this will not happen right now, what's next? What will your group do?
What we are campaigning now for is to ask the Filipino people to vote only for isa lang kada angkan, for one member of any family who is a member of the dynasty. By May 13, 2013, this year, we would expect that to at least diminish the percentage of dynasties by at least 10%. And if we are going to be able to do that, we'll be happy already, but we are going to pursue this until we are able to gather 5.5 million signatures.
Sir, could you just give us an idea on how many locations you've already gone, and what was the reception in these areas to your crusade?
The reception is overwhelming because we feel and we are convinced that the people want a change. And this is a change which has been ignored by the Congress for the last 27 years. And this is a change where people now would like to see how it is going to be implemented when there are no more controls over them in all the provinces that they reside. So the reception is quite good, and this is the reason why we are able to come up to this far to campaign for the dynasties. And we are going through. We have been to the north. We have been to the south. Now we are going to the Mountain Province and to the Ilocos region.
So do you think you'll get the numbers during this election?
I doubt it because the numbers would come in trickles, and we will have a difficult time to come up with a definite count on how many signatures we have gathered already all over the country.
So, sir, after the elections, will you continue your crusade in Congress? This is the 15th Congress. Many attempts were made to pass a law to implement a provision of the Constitution to ban dynasties, but failed. What is an option for your group?
Well, the option is the only remedy left now is for the People's Initiative, which is cited in Article Republic Act 6753. Because the remedy first is for Congress to pass an enabling law. The second is to go to the Supreme Court. And a lot of people have gone already to the Supreme Court long before we came. And all of these petitions were dismissed by the Supreme Court for the main reason that there are no enabling laws passed yet. So the last remedy, this is the last remedy for the Filipino people to have a change in the political exercise, is to have the People's Initiative succeed to put an end to dynasty.
Sir, in a final word, what sectors are supporting you right now, and do you think our people will listen to your group with regards to this crusade of yours?
Well, we hope that they would listen to it, because this will be the last, I think, the last opportunity for the Filipino themselves to craft the law which will govern the end to dynasties. And the people will have to, the last consideration that they will have to undertake to succeed in that.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us tonight, and good luck. That was Mr. Ting San Diego, Chairman of MAD. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.